The Amanda show is my favorite.
And that
Bring
bitch
out
is
the
going
damson
crazy.
lobsters.
Amanda Bynes is going nuts.
Amanda Bynes has gone so nuts, you guys. Have you seen her podcast? Because I will 100% fucking watch it with you guys. Paul, whatever the heck, he claims to be a doctor. He's not a doctor. This girl on TikTok like made a video talking about how he's a psychopath, and he sacrificed her dog to a blood moon.
Yeah, that's
Like,
wild.
if y'all want to see it, I will show you where I'm at. Like, where is she now with Amanda Bynes? All he said is he's a doctor, a biologist. He said he was a, something, oh God, what did he say he was? It was something that sounded bad. Like, it sounded like hazardous waste. Like, it was so weird. Hold on.
Biochemist?
It might have been biochemist. So, first of all, the name of the freaking podcast is the Amanda Bynes and Paul Sieminski podcast. Hold on one second, because I'm going to show you guys this.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Amanda Bynes and Paul Sieminski, the podcast. Today, we are welcoming Dahlia Moth on our show.
Hi, everyone. Nice.
Hello, everybody. Hi, I am Paul.
Hello. Hi. How are you guys doing today?
Oh my God, we are doing fabulous.
They said, "Look at
It
us."
is so good to have you here.
Thank you so much for being
That's
on
Amanda.
our show.
Thank you so
And
much.
Dahlia Moth and Paul
Awesome. Are you
Sieminski.
ready for the questions?
This dude
Okay.
sacrificed a
Our
dog
first
to a
question for
blood
you,
moon.
Dahlia, is, what do you do for
Allegedly.
work and what
Allegedly.
inspired you to
Allegedly.
be in that industry?
Okay, so I'm a
Yeah,
I
she's
do a little
the
bit of
tattoo
everything
artist
just
that they're
for
like
fun,
interviewing.
so I don't-
Jesus is her co-host. Yeah,
And
it
originally,
is our
I
it
did
is
not
our Lord and
I didn't
Savior in
like
human
the
form,
message
Jesus
that I was
Christ,
sending
Sieminski.
With that, it's not a very beneficial thing
He
to
do
the
look like
community
Jesus, don't he?
and
Yeah.
society. So I wanted to do something that was a little bit better and beneficial for society. So I wanted to do tattooing.
That's super rad. So,
That's
That's super rad.
if you wouldn't mind, as somebody that's
I don't think Amanda has said
intimately
3 words.
affiliated with the world of tattoos,
gonna say?
you mentioned like gothic realism and like
Yes.
micro realism. Like, can you
Yeah.
elaborate on those a little
So gothic realism is kind of the dark, spooky stuff. That's kind of my niche,
Fun.
but I kind of do a little bit of everything.
I wish that they had showed
and
some
with
of
the
her
micro
work.
Stuff, it can also be.
By the way,
considered
this is a
fun.
podcast and it's
So
not even 30
super
minutes
small,
long.
intricate lines.
That's crazy.
Oh, very
like a
nice.
couple hours.
Do you have
Yeah.
a favorite tattoo that you've done?
At least one.
Little tattoo children, but if I had
Yeah,
to
she
pick
is cool.
one,
They had a really good guest.
ugh,
I think they already quit the
I'd
podcast.
say
There's
it
not going to be an
wasn't
episode
probably
2.
best tattoo that I've done, but it was very.
We'll check on
sentimental 'cause it
TikTok
was
at the
on my
end.
mother, and so that it was.
I
on my
might skip
mom,
around a little bit,
so
but
I keep that one close to my heart.
Chip mean to you?
Right back to the-
And what do you appreciate
no
most
flow of
about
conversation.
Your best friend, for example.
Something that I look for, especially I think people. So I think
she should do her own
authenticity
podcast. She should.
and just being, honest.
Yeah, it's good that she's like
is something that
trying.
I really, really value.
Open.
I see.
It's Paul
supportive,
Sieminski.
like-
He's
I mean,
a
with the way that we
scientist,
work,
but he's
at
not.
least at
We're
my
gonna get
shop,
into
we're
that.
almost like a little
Hold
tattoo
on.
family, right? So
Actually,
it's-
I'm
we're
going to give you
constantly
guys the
looking at each
context
other. We
first
work,
because
like,
I do
all the
think
time,
that
so
you
kind
guys
of
might just
grow
think that
and
we're
work
bullying
with
this
the
guy.
people around you.
Amanda Bynes podcast. So according to her, he's a biochemist, a doctor, a bunch of different things, but she'll get mad at him and out him for everything he's done and then switch up an hour later and try to cover for him. Yeah, something like that. Hold on.
Paul Sieminski. What was it like? You guys, this is crazy. So, Amanda Bynes recently started a new podcast with Paul Sieminski on YouTube.
Hello, everybody. Hi, I am Paul.
Podcast. It's super impressive that Paul is going to be a part of it because he's a scientist and a biochemist. So having his beautiful mind.
He then posted a video on TikTok thanking everyone for watching the first episode, and then this creator stitched Amanda's video because she says she's known Paul for over 7 years, and she alleges that Paul is not who he says he is. Listen to this.
Listen, we need to get this out there. The guy that Amanda has made this podcast with is not a scientist. He's claiming to her that he's a scientist. He is my old roommate. He is a sociopath. He had lied to me, said he was a scientist for like over 7 years. We were friends. I would be his cat sitter and dog sitter when he would go out of town. For over 7 years, my dog's life, I unalived him to a blood moon or something. And then deleted all the footage and then lied about it for months and months and
Okay,
months.
so you guys get it. I think you get it. Okay. So that's what we're
Even at work, in the workplace, like sometimes I say, little.
So like, is Amanda okay? Probably not. Should she maybe be in a conservatorship? Like, should we maybe like save Amanda instead of free Britney?
Who said that?
I did.
Oh.
She went live and said, and I quote, "I found his..." Okay, no. The Paul that Amanda found his crack stash was her ex-fiance Paul. This is her lying, psychopathic, maybe scientist, maybe not, maybe psychopath friend. Allegedly about both of them, but they are different people. So she has 2 Pauls in her life. One is her ex-boyfriend, fiance, whatever. She got matching tattoos with him from the same place she got the heart tattoo. I am deep in the lore. I know. Can you tell I'm chronically online?
Very far from home.
Yeah, she needs to drop the Pauls.
Or have you acclimated to Los Angeles?
Dolls, not Pauls. Hashtag dolls, not Pauls. She got a buzz cut mullet, you guys.
Like, and now it's so
That's
funny
crazy.
when I go back.
Yeah. Anyways, I think we get the point. I think we get the point.
She's actually brown-headed or something, dark-headed.
Yeah.
She don't look good blonde, that's
So
for
funny,
sure.
it's like,
No, she just dyed her hair dark, though. She did just dye her hair dark.
You need to get a tan.
Yeah, she would look good with a tan. Anyways, how did you guys feel about that? How are we all feeling? Do you think Amanda's okay? Because I don't think Amanda's okay. Do you think Amanda thinks Amanda is okay? My mind's blown at that question. Disney messed her in my... It's Nickelodeon, so it was actually, it's even worse than Disney. It was fucking Dan Schneider and his foot fetish. And I have nothing against feet fetishes. They're fine. Dan Schneider and his foot fetish, not fine. Because it includes children.
Oh,
It's
that's
weird.
Yeah.
It's like, no, if you watch any of Dan Schneider's shows, The Amanda Show, iCarly, Victorious, and Drake and Josh, there's an abnormal amount of teenage girl foot in weird scenes, putting them in each other's mouths, like in the tub. Carly got her toe stuck in the drain, like weird stuff. Nothing against foot fetish, nice save. We do not kink shame around here. We just Dan Schneider shame. And Amanda Bynes. Not Amanda Bynes, okay? Actually, let me correct myself.
I mean, she be sucking toes, especially if they've been out here stepping.
I
I'm
bet
really
she did.
into
I
all
bet
that
I can
shit.
pull up a video. I'm not going to because she would have been a teenager or preteen at the time, but
Yeah,
I
weird.
guarantee you
That's
she was
strange.
sucking toes. Had nothing to do with the episode. Yeah. Nothing to do with the episode. Never. It was just like... And he's like, feet are funny. No, they're not. I'm not laughing. I never laughed at that. I always was uncomfortable. I didn't know it was sexual when I was young, obviously. But I was uncomfortable. But anyways, back to the good parts
'Cause feet
of
stink.
the Amanda Show. Does anybody remember the freaking Moody's Point? And they were like in the air balloon, and the girl's mom had lost her toe. Oh
Another
my
one.
god.
There
Oh
you
my
go
god.
again.
Oh my god. She's
Like
like,
for making
her
connections.
mom's toe was like gone, and she... That's so fucked. I didn't even mean to circle back to toes or anything. Like, oh, man, that's so full circle. My point was proven right there. Okay, let's see. Sunfish. Bring out the dead lobsters was my favorite part. Me too. And the girls' room, or however they said it. Hilarious. Peak TV. I hate that Dan Schneider made it. Jeanette McCurdy came out with a book, I'm Glad My Mom's Dead. And I read it, and I related to it far too much. But, it was about, she talked a lot about the creator, is the name that she used for allegedly Dan Schneider. Because he was the creator of iCarly. Including how they offered her a lot of money. Like, it was like some percent, like, it was like $500,000, something like that. Don't quote me. It was a large amount of money. It was a life-changing amount of money, even for someone who is, like, an actor. They offered her that much money to not, like, write about Dan Schneider in her book.
Imagine
Do you
getting
mean
paid
Jeanette?
to not do something.
Yeah, she
You
didn't
feel
take
me?
it. Yeah, she was
That's
like,
great.
yeah, she didn't. I'm sure she made more off her book. Her book was huge. Because she talked about a lot in it. What is up with... In Moody's Point, the mom had a missing toe, and at some point in a hot air balloon, her daughter finds her toe. Am I remembering that correctly?
I don't remember that shit.
Chat, am I remembering that right? Because if so, that's fucked up for, like, kids to be watching. Oh my god! We got our kitty! It looks like my kitty Sussy. I'm gonna name it Sussy. Meow! Meow. He was deep in the foot trenches. One might even say he was a few feet deep.
Damn.
I'm clipping that. Oh my god. I love puns. If there's one thing your girl knows how to do, it's make a pun. Oh my god, hold on. Moody point plot. The sketch focused on moody and emotionally exaggerated teenagers whose mom is lost in a hot air balloon and whose father is missing a toe. I was not far off, you guys. How old would I have been at this? I'm an adult. Weird that it made me click that. The sketch focuses on moody, an emotionally exaggerated teenager whose mother... Hold on. Oh god. Whose mother is lost in a hot air balloon and whose father is missing a toe. She joins her friends with Bree, the easily offended Misty, Spalding, a boy who has a huge crush on Moody but is criticized by her in a ridiculous way and is constantly has objects flung at him from beyond the screen, and Sternum, a pondering bad boy who responds to every other question by asking the opposite question. Each episode had its own storyline and ends with a cliffhanger. An episode ends with Moody finding out that her birth parents are circus trapeze artists named the Flying Wurzburgs. The episode was left on a cliffhanger, but the show was canceled shortly thereafter. Schneider had pitched a full-fledged series based on the skit to Nickelodeon, but the show was not greenlit because everyone was catching on to his foot fetish. That show would have been Yeah, that show would have been so bad. Meow, I named it Sussy. Level 1 farming. Hoe proficiency. Woo!
Yeah.
Our hoe's more proficient, y'all.